Alright, welcome back everybody. So today, we have the Sega Genesis Mini. So I've been gone for about a week now, no videos to do. Came home and had a bunch of games just randomly come in. So, here we are, first things up, we have the Sega Genesis Mini. Now, right off the bat, the box looks awesome. Looks just like something that I would have got when I was a kid in the 90s. They did a good job making it look pretty well. I wish it wasn't so shiny, because I feel like that's going to smudge and make the box look ugly over time if you keep moving it around too much. But that's just nitpicking. So, we have all the games on the back. Blood and gore and violence. Ooh, I don't think I can handle that right now. But, alright, let's open it up. So first, pull this up right here. Now, I have not had a chance to see what other people thought about the Sega Genesis Mini yet. So this is my first impressions right off the bat. So, based off design, the box is great. So we have the USB cable. The plug, obviously, we need that. First things first. The controllers. So, okay. It feels nice. Yeah, it's a 3-button. That's a little disappointing. I wish we had the 6 for the 2 fighting games that need it. But, feel? It feels a little different than the ones I have. But at the same time, I'm comparing it to a Sega Genesis controller that's been used for 25 years. So, who can really say if this feels like an original one? Unless you have one that's unopened, never been touched. But even then, it probably still has something that's worn out over just sitting. But it feels good. The buttons feel nice. Holding it, it feels like I'm holding a Genesis controller. And that's really what you're after, right? So we'll put that right there. Next up, a second Genesis controller. I don't think we need to open that one because it's just the same controller as the other ones. So, HDMI cable. The manual, which, hey, at least they gave you one. They really saved the last, everything for last. So, Sega Genesis mini box. Sega Genesis mini box. Actual mini box. So, let's see. Ooh. I mean, it has a good weight to it. It's probably just metal at the bottom, but you know what? It makes it feel nicer. We'll get that little pail going. There you go. So, that looks nice. I mean, it looks like a Genesis Mini. It feels nice. I love the little cartridge port that opens up. HDMI, mini USB for the plug. Alright, let's compare it to the original. Huh. No, that's the Genesis 2. Alright, well, I can't find my original right now, so we're going to compare it with the Genesis 2. Never mind, we're going to cancel that one too. So, that one's plugged in, hardwired, so I can't take it out from where it's at. But, I mean, this is tiny. My phone is almost the same size as this thing. That's crazy. I can't wait to test it out and play with and get a better view and inspection of it. So, let's go on part 2 and see how it plays and feels. All the buttons are here. The reset button's a little tricky to get in, but volume button obviously doesn't work. There's no volume at the top, but this looks great. So we'll pause, we'll come back, and have the second thoughts of after playing it. Alright, so on this part of the video, we'll actually look at the interface of the Sega Genesis and just see how it plays. So, right off the bat, it looks like, I don't know, it has a Sega Genesis feel to it. The color scheme, the overall look, I like it. So we can sort the games from A to Z. Genre, number of players. Number of players is cool. Release date. We'll just keep A to Z. So then you have settings. Pretty much the normal stuff. Wallpaper. I guess if you want a design behind it, I kind of just prefer black. That way it feels like I'm focusing on the game. Screen settings either have basically letterbox 4:3 or stretch 16:9. These games aren't meant for 16:9, so I'm going to keep it on the regular. Now, the coolest thing about this is language. If you pick another language, you'll get the box art for that region. Also, I think some of the games actually... Ooh, look at that. That's awesome. So, yeah, black and white. That feels like, Japanese Mega Drive kind of box. Kind of reminds me of the Sega Master System boxes. And the game's box art changes. And some of the games change by region. So maybe they took something out for us or gave us something different or changed the difficulty. Well, you can play the Japanese version and have maybe a little bit different in the game depending on which game you're playing. It might not be any changes. You might have to go on a list to see, but I think Contra changes from a couple extra hits before you die along those lines. But, yeah, that is cool. I just like seeing the different box art. All right, now let's see if we can get back. Language? Yeah, okay. No, back. Okay, so... Yeah, the one thing I don't like is I don't know if it's my controller, but it likes to jump more than one spot whenever I press it, and it's kind of annoying. I gotta be very gently pressed. I don't know if that will translate into the games being a little bit too sensitive if I'm trying to run and stop, but yeah, I have to be really cautious on how long I hold the button because it wants to like do that if I hold it too long. So I hope that's just in the menu. But overall, the game selection's great. Over 40 games, basically $2 a game, and you got a controller, you got a little Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis mini console that you can put on your shelf. Yeah, some of these games have been compilations before, but some of these games are new to this mini. So, Tetris, Wily Wars for the Mega Man. So, yeah. And a lot of these games I don't own. So, for me, this made sense buying. I get to play some of the games I want. I get the feeling like I'm playing it on the Genesis because it has the controllers, but I get the advantage of HD, quick saves on certain games. The one thing I do note, though, is the controller. I don't know if it's just my old Genesis controllers are so smooth from years of playing, but this one has like kind of a rougher texture to it, and the D-pad is really rough. I would imagine that's just because I played my Genesis so long that it's really smooth now. But I'm sure I can wear this one out too. But overall, yeah, this is great. Let's just get into a game to show you how it looks when you start one up. So, Sonic. The game that inspired a generation of fans around the world. So you basically had a little intro to the game, the year released, if it's 1 or 2 players. And, yeah, so we'll start the game. And let's see it load up. So now it loads right up to the game. Looks just like you think you'd see it when you were a child or if you never played these games before. It says Sega. All right, so we have the Sonic. Good response. I press the button. It immediately pressed start. Let's see. I'm going to press jump. It doesn't feel... Let's see. Jump. Okay. Yeah, it feels great. I'm hitting the guys on response like I want to. He's moving fast. The buttons are so loud for this controller, though. Which I think they were like that in the old days, too. But all right, so it plays well. Now, the one thing I do dislike about this is to save. I wish they would have just did a button combination that would instantly let you save. All right, well, I'm dodging those, so the controller must be pretty well. Or instantly go into the save menu. Because it is a little bit slower than the NES Classic, which with the NES Classic, I know you have to go and press the button. But if you're sitting on the couch with this, you have to hold start. See how long that was? I'll do it again. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm going to press start. I'm going to press start now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's how long it took to save or get to the menu to save. But you press A, save it on the spot, you're good to go, and then You just resume game, and it keeps it paused. Now I'm unpaused, and I can play it. Now, it works great. It does what it's supposed to do. I just wish it was a little bit faster. I have heard if you press the reset button. Okay, so the reset button was really quick. Let me try that again. I'm going to press the reset button on the console. 1, 2, 3. That's how fast I wish it was on the controller. I usually sit in a chair anyways when I play these games, so I'm probably not too far away from the reset button, but at the same time, I wish it was on the controller. All right, we'll return to the menu. There we go. It warns you. Overall, I find it's a great product. If you never played Genesis games, I don't think you're going to notice any issues or anything. If you like platformers, 2D games, you're probably going to enjoy playing these. There's some great games on it. My favorites so far, Shinobi 3. I never played it before. Tried it out. Really liked it. Space Harrier 2 is fun. Streets of Rage 2, I loved that as a kid. Wonder Boy is fun. A lot of these games are really fun games. Yeah, not all of them are going to keep your attention for very long, but a quick play here and there, you may find yourself surprised. All right, everybody. So, overall, the packaging was great. I loved the little unit, the controllers. For the price, they did a good job. Way better than Sony did with the PlayStation 1. Really exciting. Yeah, could they have a little bit more settings in the videos and screens? Maybe give it screen lines. Make the save faster. Yeah, but overall, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to enjoy it, have fun with these games, and yeah. All right, everybody. Let me know in the comments. Did you get one? Are you thinking about getting one? If you like Sega games, you probably should get one. That's my opinion. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a good night, and I'll catch you in the next video.